Starcasting to you from the City of Angels. Hi, everyone. My name is Kiris. Thank you so much for being here and listening to the Voice of Astrology podcast. This is for the week beginning Sunday, February 6th through Saturday, February 12th, 2022. Let's take a look at how to connect with the stars and planets for our week ahead. Also, stay tuned. I've got some starry stuff for you, celebrity news at the end. So let's take a look now at what's happening here as we start off the week. Now we're starting off the week with the moon moving into the sign of Taurus. The moon in Taurus is her exaltation. And so we're going to start off the week on Sunday with a sun-moon square. The moon is our satellite. It's our mirror. The moon mirrors back to us our true self-image. The moon shines in the nighttime, in the darkness. It represents the shadow subconscious part of the psyche that we don't see, that we're not aware of until we make the effort to become aware of it, to see it. The sun is the daylight. It's the consciousness. Right now we have the sun in Aquarius. So if you said to an Aquarian, oh, your sun sign is Aquarius, that's all about freedom and moving into the future. The sun, which is what we're aware of, would say, yes, I see that. The moon, however, because it shines in the nighttime, in the darkness, is what we are trying to become aware of. And so when we look at a sun-moon square, and the moon is our satellite, the moon is mirroring back to us our sense of confidence, our sense of, can we get what we want based on how confident and worthy we feel. Now, why I'm saying this is because when we look at a sun-moon square, a 90-degree angle, that is an aspect of frustration. I want something so badly and I want to get it, but how do we do that? So when we look at the sun in Aquarius, the sun in Aquarius is in its detriment. It's the furthest away from its natural home placement in the sign of Leo. So when we go into summertime, Leo time, that's the time of year when there's a lot of light, a lot of heat, daylight, power. The power of the sun in Leo is functioning at its strongest, at its best. The moon in Taurus is exalted in the sign of Taurus, ruled by Venus. The moon is what we want. We're hungry for it. We want it so badly. The moon is about acquisition. And when it's in Taurus, ruled by Venus, this is a great desire for love, for relationship, also for money, things that we value. This is the moon in Taurus. When the sun is in Aquarius, the opposite of its most powerful placement, the sun in Aquarius is in the winter time. There's not a lot of light. There's not a lot of heat. It's in its detriment, it's opposite. So what's happening here with the sun in Aquarius, with that moon in Taurus making a square 90-degree angle is an angle of frustration. So if you're starting off the week feeling frustrated, feeling like I'm not getting what I want it so badly, this is the moon exalted in Taurus. The moon exalted, when a planet is exalted, it's over the top, it's overboard. Think of the planet on steroids in the sense of there's a hyped up desire, energy to it. So if you're feeling frustrated at the beginning of the week, Sunday, because you're not getting what you want, then we have to take a look at astrologically what the sun and moon are doing. What are their conditions? And so what's called the condition of the sun in Aquarius is, I don't feel a lot of confidence. I don't have a lot of belief. I feel like I don't have the power. This is the sun in Aquarius. It's the opposite of the sun in Leo. It's most confident and powerful placement. And with the moon going into Taurus and saying, yes, but I want this so badly. But the moon mirrors back to us what's going on underneath, the true self-image that we have of ourselves. This is the sun-moon square. So this is becoming aware that if you underneath, this is the moon, shines in the nighttime. If underneath, if in the shadow, if in the nighttime dark part of the psyche, your sense of how you see yourself truly, the self-image of, do I have the value, the confidence, the worth to get what it is that I truly want? Again, we're connecting to this square aspect. 90-degree square aspects are about going after it, taking action. Why would you take the action if you really don't believe that you're worthy, that you deserve to get what it is that you want? If you don't have the confidence, this is the sun. The sun is the vitality, the life force, that knowing, that confidence, that belief that, yes, I'm going to achieve what I want to achieve. The moon, again, is that wanting it really intensely. Moon exalted in Taurus. Moon in Taurus is, I want it all. And so with the moon as our beautiful mirror satellite, the moon exalted in Taurus is saying, if you want it, and of course you can have it, let go of the frustration in the sense of, take a look at what you really believe and how you see yourself. This is what's called the condition of the sun in Aquarius, opposite its home placement in Leo. It's, I've got to build up that sense of individuality, that sense of self, that sense of worthiness, dignity. That is the sun in Leo, and what are called the dignities of the planets, meaning how worthy, how powerful are their conditions to achieve what it is you want to achieve. So as we connect to the stars and planets, and we're starting off the new week, it's Sunday, it's the sun's day. Reflecting, going within, becoming aware with the sun-moon square, that if I take the action, or if you're going to take the action, it is crucial. It hinges on the confidence. Because again, why would someone bother to take the action if underneath, and you might not be aware of it, if underneath you really don't believe, you really don't have the self-image of yourself, confident in knowing that you're worthy, that of course you can achieve it and make your dreams come true. So this is the sun-moon square as we're starting off the week. What matters most is how you see yourself, how you truly see yourself. This is the moon exalted in Taurus, ruled by Venus, with the sun in Aquarius in its detriment. Because if you believe in yourself, if you have the confidence, there's nothing to stop you. You know you're going to get it. Sooner or later, some way, you'll make it happen. So this sun-moon square is how we're connecting to this energy and how we're starting off the week. Taking a look at the true inner self-image you have of yourself and where your confidence, sun in Aquarius, where that needs to be filled up, lifted up. When you look at very successful people, which I'm going to get to with our Starry stuff today, ask yourself, what's their mindset? What's going on in their head? How do they perceive themselves? How do they think about things? Obviously, they think about things and perceive with a great sense of the sun at its best. Confidence, creative expression, creativity, that is the sun, is creativity. It's the life force of creation. And so the mindset and the heart set, because the sun in Leo rules over the heart. When you believe, when your heart is in it, when that confidence is there, of course, you'll take the action and achieve what it is that you truly want to achieve. And on this Sunday, again, there can be something that you feel very frustrated about, perhaps, because you're not getting the goal, because underneath you may not be feeling worthy, confident. So as we connect this and start off the week, and Sunday, look at the confidence and vitality and creative factor with this sun moon square. So as we go into Monday and Tuesday, the moon is in Taurus, ruled by Venus, and Venus is the artist. Venus is beauty. Venus with Taurus is all of the physical sensations, the fragrance, the sound of music, food, taste, touch. It's all of the beautiful physical sensations that make us feel great. And the moon exalted in Taurus is Gaia, Mother Earth, nature. So think about just how great it makes you feel to take a walk on the beach, to go for a hike, to be out in nature. Even if you take your shoes off and you put your bare feet on the ground, on the grass, and bring down all of that beautiful energy that grounds you, centers you. When you take a breath and just release all of the blocks that perhaps are stopping you from that creation and that creative force. This is the moon in Taurus, exalted. It's allowing yourself the indulgence. This is the moon in Taurus. It's allowing yourself to indulge in all of the physical sensations that, one, make you feel great, remove the blocks, and you seeing yourself, no matter what you do for a living, as the artist, creating the art of your own life and whatever that means for you. Now, the moon in Taurus is making some really nice earth trine flows. Trine is ease. It comes to you. It's easy. On Monday, February 7th, we've got the moon exalted in Taurus, making an earth trine flow to Mars exalted in Capricorn. That's about the feeling great. And then I'm going to take the action with the moon in Taurus and Mars exalted in Capricorn. Then we've got some aspects of the moon in Taurus making a trine to Mercury, making a trine to Pluto, Mercury and Pluto both being in Capricorn. So we're looking at these earth trine flows. Mars exalted in Capricorn, Earth, making an earth trine flow to Uranus in Taurus. So that feeling of, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do it because I allowed myself, yourself, to feel great, to take in all the physical sensations that center the body and make you feel good. Now, on Tuesday, February 8th, we have what's called the second quarter moon at 19 degrees Taurus. 19 degrees Taurus is the north node of Mars. The south node of Mars is 19 Scorpio, but this second quarter moon at 19 Taurus is when we go into that crossover point of second quarter to full moon. So the energy is building. We're moving towards the full moon. As we cross over into that second quadrant, 19 degrees Taurus, this brings in a summertime influence. From second quarter to full moon, this is called the hot and dry choleric cycle of the moon, the quadrant where that influence of warmth and heat and summertime, again, a lot of light, a lot of power during the summertime. That influence is there. Even though we're in winter, when we go from second quarter to full moon, and the full moon will be in Leo, which I'll record that video soon, and the full moon in Leo, and we're talking about the mirrored image, the sun and moon interplay of our true self-image underneath. But that full moon in Leo bringing into awareness of how we're starting off this week, which is the sun moon square of where's the confidence and the belief. So with this second quarter moon at 19 degrees Taurus, which things are now heating up, taking the action with earth trine flows, which is the ease, it's earth. With earth, it's the discipline, the love of work that you love. When we're doing something that we love, doesn't feel like work, as you know. It gives us energy. It doesn't deplete energy. And when it has to do with creation, when you are creating because you're an artist, no matter what it is that you do for a living, that energy feeds you. It fills you up. It doesn't leave you hungry. It leaves you satisfied. But to get there, to do that, we have to have the true self-image, confident and knowing that, of course, you're worthy and can achieve your goals, or you won't bother to take the action to begin with. On Wednesday, the moon moves into mutable air Gemini. And mutable air Gemini is now you're starting to communicate about what it is that you want. The mutable air Gemini means to make the adaptations and the changes, a little bit of this, and then I'm going to change that up. And it's very open-minded when we look at Gemini. It's the open-mindedness to look at all the different angles of a situation, where you can make the changes and adjustments, where you're willing to be very flexible and open-minded about what it is that you would like to have. On February 10th, we now have Mercury, which rules over Gemini. Mercury now has moved out of its shadow storm period, meaning all the planets now are moving direct, including Mercury. Also, when we go midweek with the moon moving into Gemini, we have Venus, the queen of heaven. She's actually shining at her brightest out of the whole year, out of 2022. Midweek, we have Venus, the jewel of the night sky, shining at her brightest for the whole year. Venus, of course, being not only the happiness and the joy, but the artistry of what you are creating and wanting to create in your life. On Thursday, the 10th, we have the moon in Gemini, making a lovely air trine flow to Saturn in Aquarius. That's about the communication, negotiating the deals, moving into the form, Saturn in Aquarius, of how you are now moving into the future and the structure that you want to create for the future. Saturn in Aquarius, that's all about moving into the future, with Gemini, moon in Gemini, tying into that air trine flow, which again, trine is ease. So On Thursday, Jupiter's day, you could think of the moon in Gemini making that air trine flow to Saturn in Aquarius, which is what's going on in your mind, manifesting it, bringing it into form. And always it hinges on the internal self-image. On Friday, we have the moon in Gemini, now making an air trine flow to the sun in Aquarius. So that's when the inner, the outer, the sun and the moon, they're in harmony. They're having a flow, a trine of ease with each other, which is the inner, the moon in Gemini. Are you all in? Yes. The sun in Aquarius. Did I get my confidence in place? Am I all in? The sun, the life force, the vitality. That's the potential energy right there of having the inner and the outer matching each other, in ease with each other. How you're thinking, how you're feeling are in harmony. That's the potential energy right there of the sun in Aquarius, moon in Gemini, air trine flow. We're all in, we're going to go for it. And then on Friday, the moon goes home to Cancer. So when the moon enters her domicile, at the beginning of the week, Sunday, she went into her exaltation, meaning you wanting something really badly, intensely, but feeling frustrated about, can I get it? How can I get it? How do I achieve this? Now we're starting to close off the week with the moon going home to her castle. The moon is at home in Cancer. And there she is with her emotions. The moon in Cancer is sensitive, it's intuitive, it's the psychic ability, the feeling into the energetic realm before we see it manifest in the physical realm. And when we look at Cancer, we're looking at cardinal water. And the moon in Cancer at home will be making a beautiful water trine flow to Jupiter at home in Pisces. Jupiter meaning big, going beyond the boundaries, dreaming big as if you knew you can't fail. So you're all in emotionally. And the cardinal water Cancer is, I'm now going to act on how I feel. And that moon in Cancer trine Jupiter in Pisces is so supportive of that flow, sailing into it, water, taking the action. We have a couple of oppositions on February 12th. The moon in Cancer will oppose Mars exalted in Capricorn. Moon in Cancer will make an opposition to Venus in Capricorn. And we're now starting to have Venus and Mars traveling together in conjunction, and they'll be traveling together by degree. And that I will cover in a future video as well. But the moon opposition, Venus and Mars in Capricorn, is the opposition of the moon feeling into, I'm not going to accept the Capricorn limitations and blocks. It's the moon at home in Cancer, knowing that she has all of the resources available to her to move forward with how she feels, meaning you, and opposing the Capricornian limitations. And also we could say fears, because Capricorn has a lot to do with caution and fear. Sometimes it's wisdom, Capricorn, but sometimes it's just fear that stops us at the gate. And the moon in Cancer is saying, no, I'm going to act on how I feel. Also this week, we have what's called the winter circle, the winter hexagon. It has to do with the moon as she travels. She's going to pass by 7 incredible bright stars within 6 constellations. It's a gorgeous, magical configuration that we have for this fabulous week. So as you tie this all together, as you connect to everything together, start off on Sunday. If you are feeling frustrated with the sun in its detriment of Aquarius, the moon moving into her exaltation of Taurus, take a look at, reflect on, because the moon is a mirror. It's a reflecting light, and it reflects back to us our true inner self-image of how we truly see ourselves. And so if you feel there's a lack of confidence, there's a lack of energy, the sun in Aquarius opposite its natural home placement in Leo, then that is certainly some healing to be done, because people tend to not bother if they don't really believe that they've got the ability to achieve. And that hinges on how you see yourself. So this is our week. And now let's take a look at a couple of things having to do with some starry stuff. We've looked at the stars above. Here are some things with our stars below here on Earth. And this is the sensational Billie Eilish. She's a sensational Sagittarius. That's what I call her. And she kicked off her world tour, and she hasn't been on tour for a couple of years, and she did not disappoint. She was incredible. So here she is with a different kind of look, bold, bright, gorgeous colors. She showed off her black hair. Now she was a blonde for a while. Now she's sporting black hair. Doesn't matter what she does. She's just gorgeous no matter what color, hair, costuming, all of it. But it's a different look. It's a different feel. There's a psychology to color. Yellow, like the sun, bright, awareness, colorful. And her Happier Than Ever tour was a huge, huge hit. Her fans were super excited and happy with the concert. And in her chart, she's Sagittarius with Venus, the artist, in Sagittarius, plus Pluto in Sag. So all of that fire in Sagittarius, that's about there are no limitations. Also, her ruler Jupiter is exalted in the sign of Cancer. How gorgeous is that? Jupiter right now, as we know, is at home in Pisces. And so by transit, her sun sign ruler Jupiter is very happy. And in the birth chart, again, the conditions in her birth chart are with Jupiter exalted in Cancer, no limitations. So that was really wonderful for her. I just admire her so much. She is a sensational Sagittarius, as I call her. The other thing I wanted to point out is there's a show on Hulu called Only Murders in the Building. This show is so crazy good. If you've not watched it, it's Steve Martin Libra, Martin Short Aries, Selena Gomez Cancer. 3 cardinal signs of the zodiac are the stars of the show. The cardinals in astrology, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, those are the signs of the zodiac that correspond, ushering in a new season, leading into something new. And so it's interesting to me that the 3 stars of the show are all cardinal signs of the zodiac, which is, come on, let's keep it popping. Let's keep it moving. Cardinals can get bored very easily. And this show is, you will love this show if you've not watched Only Murders in the Building yet. It's on Hulu. They're now filming the 2nd season. We have to wait until November to see it. But really give this show a chance. It's fabulous. Only Murders in the Building. And then the other thing I just wanted to mention with a little bit of Starry stuff, there he is, Tom Brady. So there were rumors happening this past week that Tom Brady would retire. And yes, he confirmed it. And so Tom Brady, he's a Leo, August 3rd. His moon is in Aries. He's got this gorgeous mutual reception between his Mercury and Mars. And what can you say about one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time? I mean, he's not human. And I say that as a compliment because he's just so amazing for what he does, what he has accomplished, what he has done. I hope he stays connected to football. And thank you to Tom Brady for everything. But today, how we're starting off the week with the planetary energies and connections with that sun-moon square, the theme of the week, we could say, the overall connection is taking a look at how you truly feel and see yourself. If you're frustrated about not achieving your goals yet, or how can you achieve your goals, you want to take a look at the moon, making that square to the sun, because the underneath, what's shining in the nighttime, what's shining in the darkness. In ancient astrology was based on the moon and the night sky, because that's when we see everything, except for the sun, of course, but pretty much we see everything in the darkness, in the night. And so you've got to ask yourself, as a theme for this week and how to connect with the stars and planets, how do you really reflect when you connect to that moon energy and what it is that you truly want badly with the moon in Taurus? How do you truly see your self-image? What's going on underneath? And where can the confidence and belief and vitality be lifted up with the sun right now in Aquarius and its detriment with that sun-moon square? But congratulations to Tom Brady, one of the greatest for sure of all time. Amazing. So as we start off the week, thank you all for being here and listening to the Voice of Astrology podcast. Next week, Super Bowl Sunday, I'm now officially counting the seconds. I'm a sports fanatic. Just the fact that a California team, whether it was the 49ers or the LA Rams, just the fact that a California team was going to the Super Bowl here in the City of Angels, I'm just over the moon about it, especially after what the state of California has been going through. I was just so thrilled with that. The fact that it's the LA Rams. I'm now officially counting the moments until next week. It's a wonderful, exciting thing. Thank you, everyone, for being here and listening to the Voice of Astrology podcast. I'll see you next week, and I'll see you all in the stars. Thank you.